today. From Mercedes-Benz Stadium in Atlanta, Georgia, it's Week 3 of the NFL on EA Sports. It's the Atlanta Falcons taking on the Tampa Bay Buccaneers.
It's the National Football League presented by EA Sports. Charles Davis. And Charles, we take a look at this Falcons team as they interplay. It's been a great start to the season. Back-to-back wins to begin the campaign.
Yeah, you don't want to get too excited. There's still a lot of season to go, but they've come out playing good fundamental football, and that might carry them a long way.
It's the first weekend of autumn, and the NFL is in full swing as off we go on EA Sports. Taken at the goal line. And he's going to be stopped cold. Good coverage there by the kick team to bring that return to an abrupt halt. So out come the Bucs now for their first drive. And they will be led out by their signal caller in his second year in the NFL now.
And he's off to a fantastic start to the season. Already 8 touchdown passes in just his first 2 weeks of the year. Now, I don't think that's a pace he's going to be able to sustain, but at the very least, he's got this offense humming here to start things out.
Carry for Rashad White. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. 16 yards right off the bat and a first down. Now here's a little touch pass as they tap it quickly to their receiver. You talk about this Falcon defense. Yeah, they come in a top 10 unit against the pass, currently 8th in the NFL.
You have to like the way that they've played in the first month. They have to be very proud being a top 10 unit against the pass. Their goal, though, in this one, see if they can improve that ranking.
And he'll take this for about 4 up to the 46-yard line. Well, this defense for the Falcons, very strong last week as they helped their squad improve to 2-0 on the young season.
It was a little bit enlightening talking with the defense coordinator about their performance last week because the feeling was that it was a good, solid performance. They did what they needed to do to get the job done and get the win, but definitely a few lapses that they're looking to correct.
Keeps himself upright. Pass taken in by his big tight end. He will go out right near the 35-yard line. That good for 19 yards as they pick up the conversion on third. From Falcon territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 35-yard line. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. 54 yards rushing for him as he's got the afternoon off to a great start. You were telling me this yesterday. This is exactly what they want to do on the opening drive, establish the ground game.
Yeah, remember our conversation. We were talking about what one of the GMs in the league has told me repeatedly. It's a big man's game. It's not necessarily size. He's talking about playing some...
And he's in. Touchdown, Buccaneers. Rashad White His second rushing touchdown on the year. And the Bucs will jump on top with the game's first score here this afternoon. First quarter, maybe too early to talk about statement drives, Charles, but that sure seemed like a statement drive right there.
Well, if we're going to talk about statement drives, I think what they're saying is we're going to establish the run. They gave it to him early and often on this drive, and he wound up taking it into the end zone.
Tyler Bass on for the extra point attempt. He hasn't missed an extra point all season, and he won't miss this one either, and it's 7-0. A drive that time of 6 plays. And it was Rachaad White who wrapped the drive up with a touchdown run. And the returner down to a knee, and this will come out to the 30-yard line. First carry of the game now for the Texas superstar, Bijan Robinson. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Give him 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give him a first down. Back to Robinson now on first down. And he'll get what he can up the middle, 3 yards. That'll bring up second down. The numbers in last week's bowl game for Robinson. 2 trips to the end zone and well past 100 yards.
And going back and watching the film, we saw every kind of run from him, didn't we? We saw some power, we saw finesse, we saw speed, and what I love the most, he finished each and every run.
And down he goes, a Buccaneer sack. That's Kalijah Cansey in to get him down. Well, they were coming out of the 4-3 defensively, pressure coming off that right side from the DN.
And that's the blind side of most quarterbacks. If you're right-handed, that's the side you don't see quite as well, and that's why you rely on your left tackle, maybe your highest-paid offensive lineman, to take care of you. In this situation, that didn't happen.
On third down, Robinson. Just a gain of 2 there, and it's going to bring up a 4th down.
Well, the guys who are paid to make the tackles deserve some kudos there, but I think they deserve even bigger ones because in that situation, they had to be thinking pass. Loosened up defense, go into pass coverage. Instead, maybe they surprised him a little bit running the ball, yet they rallied to it and stopped him well short of a first down.
Check my 46. Nice, sweetheart.
They'll go for it. Here's Penix. He still makes a catch, even though it was tapped by the linebacker. And now this is going to depend on the spot. And they say he's just short. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And that will force a turnover on downs. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And that's complete. It's Chris Godwin. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. Good work after the catch. Going to net him 23 and a first. They're going to look to throw. That's caught. It's Strange, the tight end. And they'll get this down to the 10. It's a really nice 15-yard pickup, and now it's first and goal. Here's White. And finding room to work, he's down to the 2-yard line. 63 yards rushing for him now to this point. Well, they're making a real first-quarter statement with a run game, no doubt.
For those who remember old-school football, running it, establishing things, seeing backs find holes, get through them, they got to like what they're seeing from this unit so far. Right now, they've decided to, as you said, establish the run game, and they've been successful doing it.
And they'll let the fullback try and take him home. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Buccaneers. Andrew Beck, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Bucs have taken a 13-0 first-quarter lead. Well, nothing complicated about that. That's old-school power football.
And effective. And that's the key to everything, right? Sometimes we try and do too many things. Just hand it to the big guy and let him go forward.
Tyler Bass now for the point after. pass is blocked. It's picked up, a live ball here, remember. Look at this, middle of the field, a breakaway. And all the way into the end zone, and it's 2 points. Well, you figure with a veteran kicker out there, these extra points almost automatic, but this one turns into 2 points the other way.
And we both know it's hard to put it on him. I think there's a breakdown in the protection, but guess what? It does go against his record.
And no thought of bringing this one out. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll begin the drive at the 30. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. Early on, you know, Charles, every game could be called a measuring stick game, but I think when it comes within your division like this, it's a measuring stick game with a little extra intrigue.
I would agree with that totally because all division games have a little extra to them. But I like where this game is situated because at this stage of the season, it has that little extra juice, but at the same time, it's not a make or break if this were, let's say, week 15, 16, somewhere in that neighborhood.
For a good one as we're through one on EA Sports. Back now in Atlanta, second quarter action. The Falcons with the football as they've got it with a first down coming up. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. Now Penix. Looking for his running back, and he's got him. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down. And looking to throw, Penix. That's pulled in by Brooks. And he will reach the 8-yard line before going out. A nice pickup of 14, and it moves the stick, sets up a 1st and goal. Looking to throw, Penix. Flushed out right. And he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up 2nd down.
And down here, 1st and goal, if it's not there, don't force it. You've got at least 2, if not 3 more shots at it. So that's a wise move to get rid of it.
Throwing again, Penix. That is caught at the 7-yard line. They'll get this halfway home from the 8 to the 4 on a gain of 4.
I think a lot of people ask the same question all the time. Why do we see so many slants in the red zone? Well, the windows are tighter. Everything's more condensed. It has to be quicker, and you've got to deliver the ball on time. Your biggest worry? Ball gets tipped in the air. Because if that happens, then it's fair game for the defense.
They'll try and throw. Here's Penix. Forced out to his left. And this is caught for a Falcon touchdown. A great effort there. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Falcons have got it back to within a score. Got outside of the tackle box, and sometimes that can be a recipe for disaster, but here it was not.
It's frustrating for guys on defense, too, because he got out to the left and then still delivered on the move with accuracy.
The Falcons are going to leave the offense out there. They'll go for 2. They'll let Robinson try and run. And he'll get in for the 2 points. And that'll cut the deficit down to just a field goal. And so they run it in on the 2-point try. And so often, Charles, we talk about from the offense's perspective what you do on the two-point conversion. How about the defense? How do they play run versus pass?
It's really difficult for them because I think most teams want to play for the pass. That's what they see most teams do. And so are you able to mass enough people inside if the team decides to run it? Very difficult. I think what you're seeing a lot more now, people blitzing the two-point conversion. They want you to make a quick decision and make it right now.
There, the offense wins the battle for two. They'll come out throwing here on first down. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's second down. They'll set up to throw. Looking for Godwin, and he's got him complete. And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down. Now back to throw. Pressure brought in, and the Falcons get there for the sack. Disrupting that play and dropping him was Arnold Ebiketie. So after the sack, a scenario you certainly don't work on too often. 2nd and 24. And off the option, he'll try and run with it. And nothing doing here as this time the run maybe gets him back to the line of scrimmage, but that's it. Call it no gain on the keeper, and it's going to bring up a third down. Looking to throw. He finds his man, complete. It's Weaver. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. On 4th down, on is Logan Cook to punt. He punted 5 times in the win last week as this one's away. Fielded at about the 28. They call that a punt of 38 yards officially. And it will be Falcon football. Atlanta now coming out on the field. For this offense, Charles, remember the last time they were out here, marched it nearly the full length of the football field, and a lot of the attack went through the air, so now they're seeing if they can duplicate that performance.
Okay, if I show my age a little bit, partner, because I can hear my high school coach, John Ford. I can hear his voice in my head. Laddie, when you put the ball in the air, 3 things can happen, and 2 of them are bad. But the way the game's being played now, this is just part of what they do, so I don't think they should change anything at all. They've been dominant. Keep throwing it around.
Here's Penix. This one into the hands of Pitts. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. 1:58 left to play till we hit halftime. On 1st and 10, it's Robinson. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
And that's exactly what you want on a first down run. Pick up 5 yards, bring up 2nd and 5. The defensive line, though, they've got to figure out a way to out-leverage the guys up front because the offensive line is winning at the point of attack.
They'll throw with Penix. Wide open receiver complete. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. Give him 32 on the play. They'll run with Robinson. And he'll get him a bit closer as he's down to the 2-yard line. Clock running, and the Falcons moving with a sense of urgency. Now they'll put a receiver in motion left. Robinson is not going anywhere. He'll be hit and dropped for no gain at the 2-yard line. He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2. 2 straight shots on the ground. Now on 3rd, do you go to the air?
I think the possibility exists, and if you're doing it, you're probably going play action since you ran it twice. But I often...
And this time he is in. Bijan Robinson in the final seconds of the first half. And the Falcons have taken the lead here in the final stages of this first half. Coup now for the point after. And that will make make this a 4-point game. So that lines up a 7-play drive all told. And it was Bijan Robinson who took it home with a touchdown run. So not much time to work with here. 9 seconds remain in the half as this one is away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. And with only 9 seconds remaining, well, not much time, we'll see how they play this. They'll indeed try to run it out as they start on the ground. And defensively, they're just looking to keep him contained as they're able to get him down. And this offense going to elect to burn a timeout with 5 seconds remaining in quarter number 2. Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. They'll throw now on the final play. Looking downfield for Godwin. And that's going to be incomplete. So we're at halftime here in Atlanta with the Falcons out in front. As we'll send you down to Orlando, we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. Time to give you folks at home a look around the NFL on this first official weekend of fall. So let's get to it. We'll start up at MetLife Stadium in New Jersey. And it's the Jets who have the lead in.
A no break needed. Let's get back to it. Week 3, here we go with quarter 3. Here's Bass now to send it away. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. The Falcons offense ready to get going to begin this third quarter. And Charles, they've got the lead. Put your coaching hat on here now. What's the game plan for the second half?
I think getting the running game going a little bit more, because I thought in the first half they didn't get it moving the way that they would like. They had success throwing it. But I think these first couple of drives, they'll want to get those running backs going and give them more opportunities. And I will guarantee you that those guys were lobbying for them in the locker room at halftime.
Straight ahead, it's Robinson. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. 47 yards on the ground for him now on 9 carries.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. Just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
So from Buccaneer territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. Robinson up the middle. Down to the 42, 2nd down. All right, so they got that one, Charles, against the center.
And let's remember how difficult it is for the center, because remember, he's got to snap the ball to put the play in motion, and sometimes you got that big guy on your nose. You got sometimes where he's coming at you.
Now Robinson coughs up the football. It's loose, and it's picked up by the Buccaneers. And he'll be taken down, although there is a flag down. Will this stand? So holding on the offense, they go ahead and decline the penalty, and the ball will change hands on the fumble recovery. They'll send a receiver in motion to the left. Now a fake on the jet sweep, and they'll instead run up the middle. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up. From the 44-yard line, here's 2nd and 6. On play action, they'll throw. And the Falcons get there. The Falcons get the sack. Down he goes. Arnold Ebiketie able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon. And you get the feeling, Charles, yeah, he's got the 2 sacks now, but he may get more here. We've still got a quarter and then some to go. And the way that he is playing this game, it reminds me of one of the best golfers in the world,
who can use every club in the bag and make a great shot. That's what he's doing with his pass rush moves right now, showing a little bit of everything. They have no way of stopping him.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Over the middle, complete. That's Weaver. And they'll get this across midfield, but not nearly close to a first down as he stopped at the 48. It's a gain of 11, but they're still well short. It's 4th down.
So much about this game is just understanding situations and then having to execute, isn't it? Guard the first down sticks. Don't let them get there. And they rallied and made the tackle.
This has the carry. It does not. It's no good, and that will keep this a 4-point game. Well, he does have a good leg. I'll give him that, but not that good.
Not by a long shot.
Well, this offense got to be loving this. After the long missed field goal, they'll take over on the other side of the 50. 1st and 10. He takes this for about 6 down inside the 40.
Hey, it's not the most spectacular play, but I think most teams will take that every single time for the first play of a drive. Begin the series with positive yardage and set yourself up for a very manageable 2nd down.
On 2nd down, another shot for Robinson. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38. A good chance this is 4-down territory if they're unable to convert. But right now looking at a 3rd and 3. To the air, Penix. Buying time to his left. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down. Opted to run for it. The decision a good one. Picking up the first, getting 14 yards on the scramble. On the give, here's Robinson. And a good run as he manages 7 yards down to the 17.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
A play fake. Now Penix escaping the pressure right. And he just chucked that one out of bounds, out of everyone's reach. Maybe a wise call not to take a sack in this part of the field. It brings up 3rd down. The heavy set out there. 3 tight ends in the formation for 3rd and 3. Robinson will try to pick it up. And he appears to be about 2 feet short on 3rd and 3. Leaves him with a 4th and 1. They'll run for it with Robinson. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. It's 1st and goal after they rip off a solid chunk of yardage in the ground game on a risky 4th down call. Robinson with another carry. And he's going to get him about 3 yards closer. He's down to about the 2.
Well, Brandon, we always know that once you score 1 touchdown,
you want 2.
You're without a doubt. And so far today, he's got 1, but was denied as he tried to get the 2nd.
And he will take it in for a Falcon touchdown. Tyler Algier taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Falcons are able to extend their lead in the final seconds of this 3rd quarter. Koo able to connect on the extra point, and that pushes the lead up to 11. That time, a 9-play drive. And it was Tyler Algier capping things off with a touchdown. Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
Back back now here on EA Sports. It's Buccaneer football, but they've got work to do. They find themselves behind here to start the fourth quarter. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. They go play action here on first down.
Going across the formation, there's Otten with it.
He's got this to the 30 before being taken down. The extra effort after the catch makes it good for a gain of 26 and also a first down. He'll drop to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down. Again, he'll drop to throw.
And that is knocked away in the middle of the field and incomplete.
Well, it looked like a march to the end zone has hit a momentary roadblock with that incompletion. No need to panic. They just got to come up with a high percentage play call and see if they can get their offense back on track.
They'll look to throw again.
And he's brought down inside the 20 at the 18-yard line.
12 yards there as they keep this drive rolling. It's another first down.
He's going to try and take off with it.
And the ball is knocked out, and the Falcons grab it. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
He was having success there holding on to it on the option, but ultimately problems downfield, and it results in a turnover.
Yeah, this is a tough one because you know you prefer to have your quarterback either heading to the sidelines or getting down at the end of the play. But you've got an aggressive one. He's fighting for extra yardage, and he gets stripped there. You don't need him to be a hero in that situation.
And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need.
Picked off by Jamel Dean. And they'll take possession already in the red zone and in a great spot to add points to the scoreboard.
And Brandon, how many times have we seen a defense with a lot of field behind them get even more aggressive, right? They feel like they've got them not pinned down, but in a favorable spot for them, and they took advantage of it there. Got a nice interception.
Now White lost the football, and the Falcons grab it. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Whenever I see a team turn it over on back-to-back drives, fumbles on their last two, I know one person's blood pressure who is starting to rise, and that's the head coach.
Absolutely. And when's it going to go down? When they stop fumbling?
When they stop fumbling and after he's assessed the game film, and only if they manage to win the game.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down.
As his old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out hot. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
Now a throw here to his running back. And able to get it across the 20 before they get to it. 14 yards there and a Falcon first down.
But when you're up by 2 scores in the fourth quarter and you're going to throw the football, expect to see a lot of man coverage because usually what comes along with man coverage is pressure. So if you're a play caller and you want to keep throwing the football, that's fine. Just make sure your offensive line understands they're going to get additional guys running at the quarterback.
And he's able to get this one up to his 30 before he's out of bounds. He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be second and a couple.
Operating from the gun, Penix.
Got a man over the middle, and it's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they reach the 50. That one, a gain of 20 and a first down. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. They're not making it easy on themselves here down the stretch. 2 picks now in the fourth quarter, trying to hang on to that lead.
Talk about keeping someone in the game. Instead of being able to shut the door, it's still cracked open because they can come back on you now. The only people who are really happy about those picks, any fantasy team that has this defense.
And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. Successful start to the drive, 17 yards, and moves the sticks. Back to throw now on first down.
Open man left side. Shaheed has it.
And he's going to get this inside the 30. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. It's grabbed over the middle by White. Stopped at the 24-yard line after a gain of 5.
Here comes 2nd down at 5.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw.
Another catch by White. Back-to-back plays. And he'll get maybe a couple before he's taken down, as that will take us to the 2-minute warning.
So it's Buccaneer football as we welcome you back. They face a 3rd down now as they try to find a late score. Back to throw again. Under pressure, and he'll go down. Sacked back at the 31.
Gotta avoid the flags defensively. Here's 4th and
he's brought down. Can't do anything with the football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Falcons' defense stands tall. They'll get the football back. So with that, we can just about close the book on this one, Charles.
Yeah, what's the old expression about slim and none? Well, Slim just left town on that
They're
one.
down to none?
Yes, exactly right.
And now the drive starts with a completion out to the right.
still going inside the 20.
Touchdown, Falcons. A big play there. 59 yards.
And the Falcons are closing in on a 3rd straight victory to start the campaign.
Now it's looking incredibly likely to be a 3-0 start to this season. That is obviously excellent. 2-0 is one thing. 3-0, you really have some momentum.
And now they're serving notice to the rest of the league that they're a pretty darn good football team. Confident, aggressive, attacking at all times. This looks like a team that you're going to have to deal with. And guess what? Behind closed doors, they're trying to figure out ways to get better.
Extra point by Koo, up and good. And the lead is up to 18 now.
Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. And Tampa Bay trots out there now.
Well, probably not much that they can do at this point, CD. Down 3 scores late in the 4th quarter. This is going to be a little too much to overcome, you would think.
Yeah, they'll go down swinging, but in the end, I think we saw the writing on the wall a while back because one team was clearly better than the other in this one. And while it didn't quite reach blowout status, I think we knew who was going to win this one well before we got to this stage.
Now here's a throw that's complete, and he goes out right around the 39.
From the 39-yard line, here comes 2nd down at 6.
They'll set up a throw. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw.
He's got his target. That's complete. And he is going to have the Buccaneers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. And that one too wide and incomplete.
That's coverage you'd expect to see in a tie game late. Not in a lopsided game like this. They are not letting up.
44 Mike. Check. Come on, baby.
He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down. Pressure brought in, and the Falcons get there for the sack. Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts, as it'll come with 36 seconds to go in half number 2. Seventh play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down.
We got three, fellas. We got three.
Back to throw.
Working the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. The Bucs going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game. Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. And this is caught. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. A great play there. 35 yards. And the Bucs have got it back to a two-score game here in the fourth. A nice throw there by the second-year quarterback.
And I don't believe that was the kind of play he would have made as a rookie, because usually your rookie season is a continuation of your college days. A lot of one read, and if you don't have it, you just take off and go. Now he's settled in the pocket a little bit more, reading the field and getting to a second and sometimes third progression. That was a nice play.
And this is going to be recovered by the hands team. And that should just about put a capper on this one. They knew they needed a miracle. They had to have that onside kick. They didn't get it.
Well, as we knew, even before they put the toe to the leather on that one, their chances of getting that done, slim and none. And I do believe we saw Slim just leave the door, didn't we?
We did indeed. I think we're down to none. Boy, nowhere to go at all on that first down run as they will get to him behind the line of scrimmage. The Bucs forced to use their third and final timeout as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go in the football game. Another run on second down, trying to cover up. And down inside the 35, he goes to the 32-yard line. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got two more to use here in the final stages. Here is third down and 4. They'll run again here with Robinson. And he is going to have a Falcons first down. And it would appear that that's going to be the one to do it. And one of the whistles for a timeout. So they'll stop the clock here in a game that's been decided in the closing seconds. Points of contact necessary at this stage as they'll run on first down. Now we'll get whistles, and they've signaled for a timeout. Not sure I see the logic in this, but we'll get a stoppage anyway with 5 seconds remaining. Second down and a run by Robinson. And they'll get him down right about the 20. So time runs out. It's a victory for the Atlanta Falcons. And a little bit of a surprise, they lose the turnover battle, but wind up winning the ballgame.
And this is very unusual because you know all teams stress winning the turnover battle as a key indicator to winning ball games. So when you get something that goes against the grain like the one we saw here, it's quite the oddity. Now, let's face it, they'll be very happy that they pulled this off, but they do know that in the future, they've got work on taking care of the football because this won't happen very often.
So for the Falcons, it's an ideal start as they move to 3-0 now on the young season. And they'll get another home date next week as the 49ers will come to town. Meanwhile, for the Bucs, they'll fall to 1-2. And they'll try to turn things around next week as they have a matchup in New Orleans against the Saints. So that's a wrap. For Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And this has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. For more, check us out at easports.com. It's a win for the Falcons here as we say so long from Atlanta.